Hi folks, I'm at Sandy's Cat Sanctuary, which is just outside Alethrigon. This is a new sanctuary. It's only recently opened, financed by a few private contributions. Obviously it's cost a lot of money. So far, they've literally done the concrete. They've got several containers joined together to create the actual working space and safety areas for the different cats. They keep the kittens separate to the cats and that sort of thing. There's quite a lot of land here. It's all fenced off, so the older cats can be allowed out. They can roam around and still be kept within the sanctuary. But obviously, this place needs funding to continue. There's quite a few cats here already. Most of these were the initial batch that were rescued from Tekke mosque, where lots of cats used to hang around. Apparently a few weeks ago there was quite a few cats that were found dead. Initially they thought they had been poisoned, but it actually turned out they had all been kicked to death. So this is the grim side of Cyprus, and this is the actual reality of animal abuse that does happen behind the scenes here. And thankfully people like this, animal lovers who go out their way to fund this place, to give their time and effort for free, hopefully will be changing things. They obviously need contributions, they need volunteers to come and help. It's about 10 minutes further inland from Alethrigon. I'm not sure if they're going to arrange sort of on-site accommodation, so volunteers can maybe come for a few days or weeks at a time and stay on site, which would be ideal. We'll see how it goes. In a little while, I'm going to be speaking to Elias, who actually deals with the day-to-day running of the place, and I'll show you some of the cats, some photos, and some footage of the actual place. Okay, Elias.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for giving me a few minutes. I'd like everybody to know exactly what the sanctuary is about and how they can help. So, how did you first get involved with the cat sanctuary?
With the sanctuary itself or with cats?
Both.
The sanctuary, I mean, it's not an idea we came up with because there was no way of finding funding.
Okay.
I'd been feeding the cats at Tekke for years on my own. And then, luckily, or unluckily, I met Madam Joy down there one afternoon, and she taught me the art of delegation.
Right.
We teamed up from then onwards, and we were looking after Tekke and various colonies in Larnaca until, I can't remember when it was, it must be almost 2 years ago now. We met Sue, who had the idea of the shelter, and we told her no chance, we just can't afford it. And with one way or another, she managed to come up with the original funding to start getting it set up. We're not quite finished yet, we're still short of quite a bit, but we're getting there. We're almost at the functional stage. It's full of cats right now through necessity.
Right.
Not because it's ready to function as a shelter.
Okay. So going forward from here, what do you need help-wise?
Well, the most important thing for us after what happened at Tekke that forced us to start relocating the cats, we need to move the cats from there as quickly as possible, the remaining cats. Okay. We're still talking about 100, 150 cats that need relocating. Unfortunately, we haven't got the front roofing ready, which is the main feeding area, water, sleeping area for all the cats once they're going to be released on the property. We need desperate safety measures, as in a retaining wall at the back, reinforced fencing, a ditch halfway around the property, everything that needs doing to prevent a flood. I didn't mention that, but we were flooded, it was 3 weeks ago now, and where you're standing was knee deep in mud and hip high in water. It just came straight through. The cats were climbing on the fences, inside the containers. You see the watermark on the container, how high the water came. Right. Luckily, Joy was here with another 2 volunteers. And they managed to rescue all the kittens in the kitten area.
Right.
So it could have been, it's terrible for us because it set us back 2-3 months. It's gonna cost at least 2,500 to 3,000 to repair the damage that's been done for the top fencing, bottom fencing, underneath the containers, the blocks were broken in the kitten area and underneath the isolation unit. Funding apart from that, every single container you see here still needs insulation to keep the cats warm in the winter and cool in the summer. The clinic is nowhere near ready at all. We haven't got any, apart from, we've only got a surgery table, that's it. We haven't got cupboards, we haven't got equipment, we haven't got anything else in there at all.
Okay, so you need support with funding?
We're desperate, and that's not mentioning the day-to-day costs. Here, as things stand now, we need about €1,000 a month just for food and water.
Right.
Not to mention the cats that we keep in cages in recovery and isolation, the nappies and the medications. It's costing us about €1,500 a month running costs.
Right. And obviously you need more hands-on help.
That's a really desperate situation. Right now, for the whole week, myself and Joy having to be here every day because we've only got 2 regular volunteers. Regular as in we've got 1 volunteer for Wednesday mornings and we've got 1 regular for Sunday mornings. Any other volunteer that comes here is on the off chance. We haven't got any other regulars at all.
Okay, so if I put in the link below, some contact details, anybody who wishes to offer their services, or maybe
they're more
if somebody
than welcome.
if somebody wants to come from abroad and spend a few weeks here working and
we haven't got a place ready for them here now, but we're planning on doing that. But we have got places local where they can stay.
Okay, so it is possible for a cat lover to come and spend
definitely
a few weeks.
I'm sure Joy would agree to put somebody up for a while. If they couldn't, I'll find somewhere else, no problem.
Will they have any time off to go to the beach, do you think, in the meantime?
It depends what sort of a mood I'm in.
Okay, all right. And as far as funding goes, again, you do have a PayPal account that people can donate
have a
to.
PayPal account,
so I shall put that in the
which is the
links
easiest method.
below.
Yep.
And what I was going to ask is, do you have or will you have a facility where people can perhaps adopt a cat remotely and fund the cat and
you mean
and help
a remote adoption?
Yes,
it can be done. I don't think we've had 1 or 2 instances in the last few years where people have shown some sort of they make a small donation but the problem with that is we can't keep a cat in the shelter just because it's been adopted from abroad.
Okay.
If a good home is found for it here or abroad, then it will definitely get a. We do prefer a permanent adoption.
So it would be that they would foster a cat in the meantime.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
All right. So the plan is this is basically transit for cats. They come here.
This is the halfway home.
Halfway house.
There is cats that will never get adopted for one reason or another. We've got FIV cats who will probably spend the rest of their lives here with us.
Right.
But they've got 5,000 square meters outside to play around in. They've got warm containers to sleep in. They're going to be well looked after. Also, I mean, there's cats that people class as bog standard. Oh, it's just a plain ginger cat, or it's a plain tabby cat.
Right.
A lot of people are looking for something different, something special. The good thing is, if we can get more visitors down here.
Right.
When a visitor comes, as soon as a cat jumps on them, it doesn't matter what it looks like.
Yes.
It's really easy to fall in love with them.
Okay.
They're all really friendly. I mean, we had a lady sitting there the other day. I think she was swamped with about 15 cats on her shoulders, on her legs, everywhere.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to. I hope that a lot of people will see this. They'll have contact details, whether they want to help, support, whatever they can.
Anything.
And
we're even happy with donations of bedding, nappies, medications. It doesn't necessarily have to be a cash donation.
Right.
There's things that we need here all the time.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you very much, Elias. Thank you. So this is an abandoned building just next to Tekke Mosque, where cats began to be abandoned a few years ago, and now there's hundreds of them around here. And a little while back, quite a few were found kicked to death here. So the people at the sanctuary, Elias, actually comes here, feeds them, looks after them, and they're hoping to gradually take them all to the sanctuary and then gradually try to have them adopted and rehomed.